And like we mentioned, Tom, Cooper Kupp is hopefully going to be back. Week 5, he's set to return from that hamstring injury off the IR. What can we expect? I mean, do we think he's going to – I mean, he was limited in practice, I saw, but I think McVay is saying that he's probably going to play. But what do you think, Tom?
A wide range of possibilities here. I am going to be absolutely locked into practice reports all week long and videos, because there'll be videos of him coming out too. So some of the things we heard, I believe is yesterday or the day before, are a little interesting. So we saw a report that the Rams are going to be careful with him, as they should be, and that they want him at 80 to 90%, but that he's not there yet. He's not there. Well, first of all, that's a low bar. We want 90 to 95%. Get this 80 crap out of here. That is not enough. The other thing, he's been out for 4 weeks. Muscle healing is typically 21 to 28 days. Of course, the severity will dictate that. But then again, we got reports today that it was a lot more mild than they originally thought. So he's at 4 weeks out now. He should be more than 80% by now. So there's reading between the lines here. It has me a little concerned. Based off of what I just said, they're one at 80%. I just can't believe that they said that they want him at 80%. That is not enough. And the fact that he's not there yet after a full month off, essentially, is a little concerning to me. But I think we've known all along that re-injury risk is going to be there the rest of the season. There's no way around that. He's 30. This is the second hamstring injury in a very short period of time. There is risk here, no question. But, Joe, there's a lot of reward, too.
It's Cooper damn Kupp.
A lot of reward. So here's my stance on him. If he plays this week and he's already on your roster, of course you're starting him, and you can expect big things. We see about 11% dip in fantasy production in receivers in their first game back from a hamstring. For a guy who averages over 20 points, that's nothing. That is nothing. And then I'm going to have a similar stance on another player coming up. I would not give up major assets to go get him, is how I feel. If I already have him, awesome. I can't wait to start him, understanding that I need to have depth behind him on my roster. Have to have depth behind him at the receiver position. But I'm not giving up anything valuable to go get him unless I'm in a win now dynasty situation and it's draft picks that I'm giving up.
Okay, well said. So a little diversity there between the different leagues. And Tom, as always, you're tweeting about this stuff, but what should the average person look for? Because you said you're going to look to see his practice videos. They might show him on the side running some routes or doing whatever, or doing some agility drills, ladders. Like, what do you look for in that? I mean, it's hard to tell, I guess, if somebody's at 100%, but someone like you, a trained eye, what are you looking to see?
Is he getting to top speed? So are we seeing videos of him just jogging and coasting, or are we seeing him going all out? And if he's going all out, does he look like he's got his speed back? Does he look like he has his change of direction back? I think the mistake a lot of casual fans make is they see a player just jogging on the field or going half speed on the field, and they're like, oh, he's back. He's back. There's a lot of a difference between going 75% and going 100%, especially, Joe, we talk about this every episode with the hamstring, because the load on the hamstring increases dramatically from the shift from 80% of a sprint to 100% of a sprint. So what I want to see are videos of him going full speed.
Okay, and if he's not, maybe we temper expectations, but he's going to be a hard guy to sit. Towards the end of the summer, he started to shift into shifted into the early second or whatever, second round, late first. But if you've waited this long, I think it's time to play Cooper Kupp. And on the other side of the field, this could be scary, Tom, because I love my boy Puka Nacua, and I think personally he's here to stay, man. So far this year through 4 games, Puka's got 39 catches, an NFL record for the first 4 games. Currently, and this is crazy, this is pace, and I don't know what to expect with Cooper Kupp coming back, but I would say Puka Nacua is still going to be damn rock solid and playable. But he's currently outpacing the 2 record holders for most yards in a season at this point in the year. Nacua currently with 501 yards through 4 games. And in their record seasons, the two guys that are up there, Cooper Kupp at this point in 2021, when he had 1,947 yards, had 431 at this point. And of course, the classic Calvin Johnson in 2012 had 423 at this point when he finished at 1,964. So Puka Nacua is on a crazy pace.
He's way ahead of him.
He is. And what's crazy, Tom, is who's the quarterback for all three of those guys?
Oh my goodness, it's Stafford, isn't it?
I saw that online, dude. Unbelievable. Matthew Stafford just peppers his guys. It's going to be interesting because now he has 2 options. I think what this does for the team, again, I think Puka's absolutely going to be playable. Of course, Kupp is. Those of you guys that were able to ride Tutu Atwell for a little bit, I think you could kiss those days goodbye, probably with with Cooper Kupp returning. But we've seen this offense too in the past. Just to wrap up here on Kupp, we've seen them supply or be able to sustain 2 wide receivers, right? Remember Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp together both had 2 really good seasons. So again, I truly feel like they can sustain 2 top end guys. Stafford's going to be a good guy to do that. And Tom will keep an eye on your tweets and your analysis this week as we watch Cooper Kupp, and it's going to be fun to watch him, especially if you've had him stashed all this time. How about Mike Evans? So another guy with a perfectly timed bye week, Tom, but he tweaked his hamstring. I feel like, Tom, correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like he has had so many hamstring injuries in the past, but I haven't seen much information. So what do you know about Mike Evans?
Mild is what they're saying. They said he's going for an MRI, but as of this recording, Wednesday, 7:43 Eastern Time PM, we haven't gotten results of the MRI, but they don't think that it's very severe. He has dealt with numerous lower body soft tissue injuries. They always seem to be minor with him, which is a good thing. But he's 30. We know hamstring recurrence rates, and we know that hamstrings affect deep threat receivers more than anyone else, which is what he is. So this bye really is coming at the perfect time to help him get healed up a little bit to play in week 6. 11% decline in fantasy production for receivers, 16% decline in snap rate. Again, a player as good as Mike Evans, that's not enough to scare you off. Well, this is, of course, week 6 because he's not playing this week because they have a bye. So one that we'll have more information on next week, and we'll definitely talk about him again. But right now, it doesn't sound too alarming.
Okay, well said. And he's looked pretty good this year. In the beginning of the year, I said how much I disliked Baker Mayfield this year, and for that reason, I disliked Mike Evans. But as it stands, Bucs are 3-1. I'm taking a big L on that if things continue to go down this path. But we'll hopefully see Mike Evans back in week 6.